Hey guys, welcome to Waypoint X Wednesdays. Let's get started. Well, welcome back to Waypoint X Wednesdays. My name is Judd. This is Adam. And we've got an awesome episode 5.
Episode 5,
So
yeah.
we're getting almost like a full month, basically.
Exactly, yeah, right.
And we're still able to do them every Wednesday. Yeah. So that might change here in a few weeks, but we've got a lot. Maybe not. We're gonna keep it going. Maybe do one out of town.
Oh man, took my idea. That's exactly what I was gonna say. That was a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a lot going on in the shop. So we heard your all's response. More shop videos.
Yeah, right.
So, maybe in the middle of it, one of us gets up and we go find what we're looking for.
Yeah, what we're talking about.
And can show you. Sorry for the listeners. Yeah. Just listen on their way to work. Yeah. You can replay it. So, yeah, we heard you. We're in the shop.
Yep.
So we can see everything, but we got the Jeep behind us. Yeah. It is getting a remake. So you don't see a top on the cage. The cage isn't fully in yet. Mm-hmm. There's still some missing bolts and some hardware. But
little mommy makeover.
Yeah, exactly. So we took the cage out, we repainted it. We've done some stuff to the aluminum top, and we're putting a new soft top on it. It was
it's so needed.
Yeah, oh my gosh, the last one was barely hanging on. Adam was like, "You're kidding me, right?"
Oh my god!
It looked good from the outside.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So if you saw the Jeep on the road or on the trail or even at a show, if it was all buttoned up and zipped up, it just looked like a used top, but it was still tight. Everything was good and in place. Yeah. And then we took it apart, and I was like, "Oh my!"
Zip ties and duct tape was holding that thing together.
A prayer, like, oh my! And then he tells me, he said, I've had this new top sitting up here for like a year," and I was like, "Why are we waiting?" Now I know why we're waiting.
Yeah, so there's a lot when you do a full cage.
Oh man,
weld-in cage, you lose a lot of the factory-ness of it, and so. A bunch of custom brackets are being made.
Tabs, everything.
We've cut the aluminum top, which was very that
was testy. Yeah, I was leery about doing that.
But it's working. It's going to work.
It's going to look really good.
It's going to look good. We've got everything. We just didn't have time when we first built it to kind of do those little fine details. And so we basically made the old top because it was already kind of messed up when we built it. Mm-hmm. It was messed up, so we just threw it on there.
Kind of
hacked it up the best we could, but now going and putting on the fresh top, which I knew was going to happen, we've taken the time and actually done it right.
Yeah, there's some other additions. I don't know if you can see it in the shot, but there's a couple of extra renditions that.
Yeah. So with the kiddo and Caitlin being, we're on the shorter side.
A little vertically challenged.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So we've got a few friends that use the rock slide engineering steps. We went with Rusty's. It worked for a long time. It still worked.
It's a good rock slider, no doubt.
Yeah. I would still be running it. Besides, the Jeep is super tall.
Yeah, it's tall.
And I'm super short.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 6'1", and like I have to pull myself up in it.
Yeah,
like it's tall.
And to put a kid in it in the back and
in a car seat.
Yeah, he loves the wheel.
Yeah.
He loves to go off-road.
He really does.
So he'll come in the shop here in a little bit, and not on the podcast, but just in the shop when Caitlin brings him home, and he'll be like, Jeep.
Every time.
So it's cool. I mean, he'll say tires and bumper.
Yeah, it's the whole tool bin. Like he goes and gets tools. Or the other night we were in the middle of working on something. I don't remember what we were doing.
This is a cool story.
And so he's the only one on the ground. We're in the air. And I dropped something.
I think you dropped a bolt.
A bolt, maybe?
Or a nut or something like that.
But there was other stuff laying there, like around, and I thought there's no chance that this kid at 16 months old is not going to know what I'm saying. And I was just about to get down, and I said, "Do you think he'll get that?" And he was like, "I don't know, ask him." So I was like, "Hey, Sonny, give me that bolt." And then, like I said, there's 20 things laying on the ground, and he literally looks at me, and he walks over there, and he picks up the bolt, and he holds it up and says, "Bolt." And I was like, "Yes,
and
please."
Hands
it brings it to me, and I never had to get down.
And then he just keeps going back on to what he was doing.
Yeah. So another one was the other night. We have a bunch of bins that has nuts, bolts, washers, blah blah blah. They're all kind of separated, kind of thing. And he went digging through there because there was like nuts in the washer bin and bolts in the nut bin, and he was taking them out, putting them on the floor. Like he instinctively knew they didn't go there. So he like pulled out the ones that didn't match the bin or whatever, and I was like, What's he doing? And then I figured it out. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, he's already there.
Yeah, he'll say, like, he's got a little toy set drill and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He knows, like, motorcycle and Jeep and just
Tractor.
Tractor.
Oh, yeah.
He'll say
Loves a
tractor.
Yeah.
Or truck.
Yeah.
He knows the difference between, like, what a Jeep looks like and then what a truck looks like.
Yeah.
So there was
into it.
actually a Jeep truck on the TV screen, and he said truck, and I just could not bring myself to correct him like that was still a Jeep.
Yeah.
But we'll get
It's
there.
technically a truck?
Technically, it's a truck.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But it was just a funny moment.
Yeah. So I had a couple people ask some questions. We had a local event, Cars for Allison, that one of the Jeep clubs put on 360 that we're in. It was really good calls. 7-year-old little girl had leukemia. She's been clear for about 4 months. She got 7 months to go before she can ring the bell. But in that, there was a bunch of off-road Jeep clubs. Iron City Wranglers was there. Of course, Waypoint was there. 360 was there.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to make it, but
Well, you were working.
I was working.
Yeah.
Representation, though.
Yeah, right.
Scott
and then
you and
Yep. Four Corners Jeep Club was there. So it was a really good event. I think there was like 85 Jeeps that were there, but in the midst, there was a bunch of people that asked a bunch of questions about us and kind of just some fun stuff. Like there was a couple people that said, "Hey, what's the funniest thing that you've seen off the road?" They were like, "So since you were not there, I got the questions, so I'm going to pose them to you the way they were to me. So what's your funniest story off the top of your head? Not necessarily like it." We don't want to make fun of anybody because it happens.
I have a really dumb moment.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do that. And it can be you or a close friend.
So I could work at, like, I was working on my Jeep at this point a lot.
What was your current setup when all this happened? Just for reference.
37s.
Okay.
And the Ultimate 44.
Okay.
So we were going, I think it was Little River Canyon. Like, we were going to see all the
Trail
falls
9
and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were going off-road, this, that, and the other. Well, we had made it to one of the falls.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've told you part of the story, but I haven't told you the embarrassing part of the story.
Oh, I can't wait.
So we get to the falls, and we're looking, and I come back out to my Jeep, and my tires leaning.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, that's not good. And so I started looking at it, come to find out it was the hub. And at that point, I had changed some hubs, but I was like, if this thing goes south, it's going to go south fast. Like, it wasn't just a little lean.
Yeah.
It was that hard lean.
Like stanced on the old Japanese JDM
but
cars.
it was just one.
Oh.
It was just one side.
Okay.
So they were going to go eat dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I decided that there was an Advanced and like a O'Reilly's there's something in
Leesburg or wherever that is.
Yeah, somewhere out there, Fort Payne.
Okay. Yeah.
We were close, and they were right beside each other, and I was like, one of them was going to have it.
Yeah.
So Caitlin and I take off there. They go eat dinner. I find a hub. I change it out within an hour. Like
in the parking lot?
In
on the trail?
parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we go there, and the guy at the desk is like, "You're really going to change this out here?" I was like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah.
So I had everything I needed in the back, and I bottle jacked it up, took tire off, changed the hub, had my 13 millimeter, 35 millimeter.
There
all
it
that.
is.
Just fixed it right there, put it back together. And, I mean, it was dark at this time because they were going to do a little night ride.
Oh, yeah.
And so...
I like night rides.
Yeah, I do too.
I do.
You can't see anything straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or what you're about to go off
Yeah,
of
there you
or
go.
up. So it had gotten dark right there at the tail end of us putting this back together.
Okay. Oh,
So,
boy.
yeah. So we'll just stop there, and I'll keep on with the story. So we get on the trail, and I mean, we're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And something starts smoking.
Oh.
Like, I'm starting to see a good bit of smoke underneath the hood. And I'm thinking my radiator has blown up. Like, I'm thinking the worst.
Oh, yeah. Catastrophic failure.
Catastrophic failure.
Okay.
So I get out, start looking.
Yeah.
I have left
Oh, no.
a DeWalt battery with the light. Like, you know, the one.
Oh,
light
my gosh. Are
in
you
the
serious?
wheel well.
And your tire is...
No.
Okay.
No, it had gotten on the exhaust. Like, it had, like, because I had mounted it somewhere so I could see down.
Right, while you were changing the
And
hub?
didn't notice it, and it fell and started
Inside
like,
the frame rail.
like somewhere, and started heating up, and it started like. And but the thing is, it actually still worked.
Get out.
I just burned the side of it.
Wow.
But that's probably the dumbest, like, just like you're like,
Crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the light survives.
the light survived.
Shout out to DeWalt.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just a dumb moment that just was
Okay.
like,
All right.
it's
Well,
a funny little dumb moment.
that-
Like you
that
just
is.
leave something, but you know, I was trying to get it done so fast, and we were putting up tools.
Yeah,
and it
you're
was already
happy.
dark.
Like, I'm done, right? I can ride.
Yeah, it was already dark, and
Yeah.
just wasn't paying attention. And I think either the light had failed or not failed, but turned off or whatever, and I
Yeah.
just didn't notice it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And so I just
Battery's probably dead.
I just drove it,
yeah.
and then
whoopsie.
Yep, and then start smoking.
My.
So,
So I have a
my dumb
question for
moment.
you
Okay, go
and
ahead.
for the customer, or for the viewers. Post in the comments your answer to this question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're gonna have multiples for this, by the way. Yours is going to be. I think I know the answer to this.
Okay.
We'll see if I'm right later. I'll tell
right.
you if I'm right. But when it comes to tool brands, we're packing the old rig here.
Yeah.
We're fixing to go ride.
So what I have in it currently?
Yeah.
Currently I have Milwaukee.
Okay.
I have. It was just kind of I had a ton of DeWalt. So taking you back to like high school or something like that.
Early years of
yeah,
college.
early years. It was high school.
Okay.
I had bought a DeWalt, like, you know, the
kit?
The kit.
Yeah, the
That's like, that was
Sawzall
like
and the drill and stuff.
$600.
Yeah,
I had
right.
saved up. Bought
Got
the
the
kit.
good
I don't know
stuff.
if I got it for Christmas or I saved up. I can't remember like the story behind it, but
Yep.
I saved up, got the circular saw, the Sawzall.
Yeah, the drill,
everything.
impact. Yeah.
And I had that. So when those batteries and everything kind of started fading out,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to make a switch because I liked what Milwaukee was kind of coming out with. And I kind of, you know, DeWalt was kind of, I would say, slow on,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
on some of the tools.
Yeah. Especially their battery quality.
Yeah,
like their
that too.
tools seem to last for a while, but their batteries
some of the
were
they
terrible.
didn't make tools
Yeah.
like certain tools that DeWalt did.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee did.
Right.
And so we went with the Milwaukee stuff. And then also I really like the Milwaukee pack out stuff.
Yeah.
And that,
So there's the kicker.
yeah. And so we did that, but we have a Milwaukee chainsaw.
How do you like that, actually? What's your
It-
review on that one?
I like it. I am not a electric chainsaw person by any means.
Now, you use gas at the fire department?
So we have both.
Okay.
And if it's a small limb, I'll pull the
Electric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm not hating, but it's DeWalt.
Okay.
I mean, so the batteries I say will do fine. It's just the chains don't want to stay tight on them, and they're not meant. They're meant for around the house,
Yeah.
little small stuff.
Yeah. Yard keep.
Now, granted, I have cut a lot of big stuff with my Milwaukee, and I think you could with the DeWalt. The chains, and I've had the same problem with the Milwaukee. It's just the
Okay.
chain. So it doesn't matter if it's DeWalt or Milwaukee. I've just had a chain problem, and I tension them. I do everything. I've had other people do it, so
Yeah.
it's not just.
You.
Yeah, because the thing is, at the fire department, it does the same thing whether I've done it or not. So,
Yeah, whether you've touched it or another shift.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just think, and man, when you get a steel, and yeah.
So my dad
and
is a steel guy.
Oh yeah, steel. It's a steel weed eater. Weed eater. It doesn't matter. Weed eater,
Chainsaw,
blower. It doesn't
yeah.
matter. You put a steel to that wood, and
Does its job.
It's going through it.
So chainsaw brands, gas. Like I said, Dad was always a steel guy. I got into Echo for a while, and I feel like it got like you were buying the name, and the quality just wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I would tell you that for the money, I felt like steel chainsaw wise was probably the best bet.
I've had there's a chainsaw that was my dad's that I still have to this day, and I guarantee you it's 20 years old, and it still runs.
So not on this podcast, but I do at some point, maybe a little bit later, maybe around an anniversary date of his. I kind of want you to go into him
It's
a
coming
little bit. Oh, really? Good. Okay, we need to mark
So
that.
my birthday is in October, and
Okay.
his is 4 days after mine.
Really?
Yeah. So his is mine's the 22nd. His is the 26th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So 4 days. So we'll do
in
it
that,
next
I
month,
want to.
or 2 months from now.
I would like to kind of revisit. You need to kind of think about some topics
Yeah.
because I've had a lot of questions asked. There's a lot of things about your grandfather that's kind of came up because of his dealership and stuff in Leeds. I work in Leeds right down here at CME Pipe. So there was a lot of stuff that's kind of come up. So I'd like to revisit that.
Basically, how I got.
Yeah, where did you land? How did you become into knowing the story that I know? I can definitely see. Now I didn't meet your dad, unfortunately. Super good guy. A lot of stories outside the Jeep world that I think I would tell you kind of molded you into that I see how y'all could be very similar in different fields of you.
Right.
You know, he was into a lot of stuff and very meticulous.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know Judd in the shop, if you've never met him, just for reference, we'll use this cage behind me. We pulled the cage and we sanded it twice together, and then I came by the shop early Saturday morning to get a part, and the cage was back outside, and he resanded it. So to say he has OCD is an understatement. Like, and I think that's why he does such a good job with customers' Jeeps. Like the whole treat your customer like your own. I think that's just a business thing, but the ability to do it at a higher quality, that's always been his thing. So I said all that to say this.
Well, that was my dad's thing, and I won't go too into that. But like, he wanted every nut and bolt to be right. He wanted everything to be very precise.
Let's visit this for just a second. We'll keep it short.
And
and
I
sweet.
know we're going off the thing of Jeeps, but we'll get right back.
This will give you the idea of how his brain operates when it comes to. We're going to use Jeeps, but we're going to use this story to navigate that. So, little quick blip about his dad. Was very, very big in the motorcycle world in restoration. Had him throughout his house. There was a lot of motorcycles that he redid over the years for people and for himself. And there was a story that Judd told, and I'll let you tell it, but I'm going to give you the pretense behind it.
Okay.
You made comments about him restoring a specific brand of motorcycle that was now a tire manufacturer, and you told me about the bolts that he used to research.
So those are the Bridgestone.
Right.
Used to make motorcycles, and I believe it was the Bridgestone, but I know for a fact it was the Indian.
The Indian, yeah.
So Indian Chief, beautiful bike, and so he found his first Bridgestone motorcycle, his first motorcycle ever. We restored it. I restored it as a kindergartner, if that tells you anything.
Oh, wow.
So that's when I started building bikes.
Yeah, touching tools.
Yeah. But really before that, but I have pictures of me sitting in the floor as a kindergartner because I had my little kindergarten bag, that everybody got. Yeah. Unspoken wheels.
If you've never spoke a wheel on a motorcycle, folks, let me tell you something. If you ever want to go bald and you have hair, spoke a wheel on a motorcycle for the first time, not knowing, and you will pull all of it out.
Yeah, so I was like unspoking them and like separating them
into different
left
lengths.
and right.
Right.
Yeah. So I was doing that, and but no, he would go back and go through magazines and old pictures and old memorabilia.
Because the internet wasn't a thing now.
No, and it was very
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was a thing, but it wasn't like
not near as prevalent.
Shoot, you can type it in AI and probably 20 pictures pull
exactly.
up. And so he would look through all these documents to the point of old magazine or an old picture, and he's got a magnifying glass trying to see details. I've seen him do it.
On the bolt.
So nowadays, you have a bolt, and it will have markings on the head.
Yeah, like an A312 or something.
He knows more about this because he's in that world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you'll have markings on the top of the head. He would look and see, does that bolt have a marking or not?
Yeah.
So whether it came from where it came from,
manufacturer.
Yeah.
So domestic or import, if it's dome headed, hex headed, the grade that it is, the color, what it's made out of, the shape of the head, everything, and then down to
even what the coating was.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Because you go into like the war era, and things were done differently. You didn't have a lot of chrome, stuff like that. So you had to know that and look at those pictures to reference that because. I know this isn't a bolt, but so World War II, they made the Harley Knucklehead during that time, and all the rubber went to the war effort. And so the foot pegs or the floorboards didn't have rubber on them. They were made out of tin. So it didn't have a rubber piece on top because all the rubber was going to the war.
That's wild.
So stuff like that, knowing that.
Knowing that era.
Knowing that era. And it to tie that all back to Jeeps, knowing the JK, knowing the TJ, knowing what those pieces and how those pieces.
Now I'm going to tell the story.
Okay, go ahead.
So there has been countless times, and I've done this on purpose. Okay, so
oh man, he gets my blood pressure up.
So fun fact about bolts, and I'll tell you this story about Jeeps. So when Ford helped Willys Overland build Jeeps, every single bolt that went into their Jeep, they marked with the calligraphy style F so that they knew. So that tells you how meticulous this man was about motorcycles. Now I'm going to tell you about his son. When I first started working here, we would put a Jeep on the lift, and I was always taught. My dad was a mechanic, like I've said before, And he always said, when you take a bolt out of somewhere, unless you're replacing it, put it back in either the part it came out of, if you put it back in, or put it back in the hole. The same way it came out, same bolt. That way you don't lose it. All right. So I started noticing his tendencies and his meticulous way that he goes about things. So I started trying to mess with him. So I would replace a shock bolt with a control arm bolt, and I would turn it the wrong way. And like I would go as far as actually putting a wrench on it to snug it up.
I don't know if I noticed that, but I just
no. So he would walk around the Jeep. So we're done, right? We're doing final checks.
I mean,
I'd
probably just swap it and not even think about it.
That's exactly what happened. So on 2 instances, I did it on the front on one, and I did it on the rear on the other. 2 different Jeeps, 2 different completely
this
builds.
guy's trying to sabotage me.
And I was checking, like I'm telling you this story, and I knew which bolt it was. Like I had it memorized, and so he's checking, and I was torquing and marking with a paint marker, and he walks by and he looks at it, and you can just see it. Like, you know when somebody thinks of something or they're trying to recall an image in their brain, and he didn't even look at the other side. Like, he didn't turn around and compare it. He just went, bolt's backwards. And so he would take the bolt out and swap it. And on the other one, he took it out, and the moment that he took it out of the shock, he went, that's a control arm bolt. So,
or it was some type of bolt. Yeah.
that's just a little window.
I remember that
Yeah.
because to be even more meticulous, I don't put bolts in. There are certain bolts on the Jeep that I will put in opposite of what came factory.
Because of their placements.
Say what?
Because of their placements.
Because of their placement and the way that if you off-road it, it's going to hit
and damage it.
And damage it.
Yep. Yeah.
Damage,
and I've had to learn that. Yeah, I've had to learn that. So there's kind of a way that he goes about. He'll tell you, hey, let's put it in this way. Now, he does a really good job of explaining it. Like, I know that now, but in the beginning, I was like, what the heck does it matter? It's a bolt. He said, well, when you ride right here with 40s and, you know, you're wider and you catch a rock right here and it destroys the bolt, you can't get it off. Now you got to cut it. You're on the trail. You got no bolt. And I was like, okie dokie. Perfect sense. Got it.
Yeah, so like the rear, to give you an instance, the rear lower control arm bolts, a lot of them will put the bolt from outside in.
Yes.
And put the threads on the inside. Well, the thing is, a lot of times the rock is not going to go between
the tire
and the control arm.
Yeah.
It's going to go between the control arm and the
open spot.
Yeah, the open space.
Exactly.
Same with the shock bolt.
Yep. 100% agree. So that's a little bit, and I really want him to. This might be a little extra. Maybe he'll throw a picture up, but I would love for him to take a picture of the Indian when we talk about his dad and maybe a couple of other bikes, because that was the very first question that I got asked. I
got some pictures of him having it like in a show or something, I think.
That's cool. There's some other things that he did, and I don't want to spoil that. I want him to elaborate on that. But he was a pretty cool dude. Did a lot of cool stuff, but that's where he gets it from.
That's where.
And I think, transitionally, that's, I mean, if you think about it, Sonny's doing the same thing you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I'm excited to see kind of what he does as he progresses, because he's going to have way more at his fingertips than even you did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the technology has come so far to the point where over to our right, your left, we have a water table CNC.
Yeah.
Like 20 plus years ago, you're not going to have that in a shop like this.
Not even in a big shop.
No.
I mean, you were still doing it with a torch. When I started 25 years ago, we had an oxy-fuel table that cut plate. We didn't have a plasma.
Yeah, so I mean, for us to have that
in a shop,
have a press brake, have all these things, and that's not with a lot of hard work has gone into this.
Right, yeah.
So I mean,
and then you encompass the whole internet, the ability to get information faster.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can type in ChatGPT almost anything, get a response.
Yeah,
whether it's right or wrong, that's a debate, but you can get something quick.
So let's go back. Well, now we'll get back to what we were talking about earlier. We talked about funny stories. Your funny story.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give names or even places.
Okay.
But can you remember just your worst cringe moment that you've seen off road? Like, man, why are they doing that? Why did they bring that Jeep out here? Or why are they attempting that and that? Do you have one that you could grab? I'm sure it might take a minute.
No. So, I mean, there's a lot of probably cringe moments that I have. There was one in Colorado. I cannot. It starts with a P. I cannot name. It's a badge of honor, so let's just go there.
Okay, yeah.
I just cannot. Right. Poughkeepsky's Gulch or something like that. I can't pronounce it. From Alabama. Okay?
Yeah, roll tide.
Yeah, exactly. So we're on that trail. Sorry if the guy's watching this. I apologize, but I was sitting down there, and it was a TJ, and I mean, it could have done the trail easily.
Okay.
And just, I mean, took a horrible line. I mean, it wasn't like even close to being close.
Oh, wow.
You know, and just flips it.
Oh.
I mean, it just tears up. It was either a TJ or LJ, I can't remember, but it was a clean one. Like, it wasn't like.
Oh, if it was an LJ, it hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so it just,
gosh.
I was just like, like, and the thing is, like, I will try. Yeah, that was preventable. And I don't know if I can't remember if I tried to help her do whatever, because I usually try to let other people do it. If they're having trouble, I'll
Step in,
offer, you know, because I'm not trying to
take over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it just was like, maybe I should have said something.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
'Cause, I mean, it's like when you start seeing it. But the thing is, he was going up a line that I was like, I can't even go up that line.
Okay, so let me ask you that, since we brought that up. That's a pretty good point. Would you say that is the most hindrance to people in a Jeep off-road? If the Jeep is, let's say, moderately built,
It's not the Jeep.
semi-capable, right? So
Yeah.
would you say, what's the one thing, if you had to put your finger on just one thing, what is the most detrimental thing to off-roaders that hurts them off-roading and or their capability? Bad line, improper suspension setup, bad tire choice.
Poor preparation.
Ooh, nice. Out of left field. Did not see that coming. Okay.
Boom.
Okay. Let's elaborate on that. Go ahead. Let's hear some of that.
It goes. I've said it probably a million times. Whether you probably heard it on this podcast already, or if you've gone to any of the off-road 101 classes, is I use the internet to my advantage.
Of course.
There's so much out there that you can get, and what I mean by that is YouTube is my best friend. Yes, I use maps. We're currently going. We're going to be going to Windrock here in a week or so, and we'll go in that in a minute. But I'm already doing research of the trails that I'm going to be.
He sends me his homework.
Yeah,
Yep.
I send him a picture of a trail that we're going to be going down, and so I'm watching that and looking at the lines. Now they're not going to be showing the entire trail all the time, but they're most likely
Obstacles.
which are harder.
Exactly.
So you're going to get the harder obstacles, which means most likely all the other ones are probably going to be easier.
Easier. Yeah.
Majority of the time.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And so you're watching those lines. You're watching wheel placement or tire placement. You're watching where their axles are. How big is their Jeep? How big is their lift? How does that Jeep react? You know, and if you've ever watched a video where they show like the Jeep and how it articulates, that in my head, it makes sense. And I know we've talked about this.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Absolutely.
I can just visually see it. And so when I'm watching that video, I'm watching how it articulates, watching how it goes over this rock and lands back down. I'm watching that and seeing, okay, maybe I would have gone 6 inches to the right or driver or passenger, whatever the case may be.
I
so
will
it's just
agree
that
with
preparation.
That. Yeah, and I agree with that because I think people tend to watch the Jeep, and I'm talking from rocker panel up, watching the driver, watching the scenery.
Oh, what bumper does it have?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
I don't care.
So preparation, in your terms of preparation, is not necessarily. I'm sure it has to do with the Jeep.
Yeah. So Jeep build goes only so far.
Yep.
And when I say that is, yes, I have a Jeep on tons and 40s, and he calls it cheat code.
It's 100% a cheat code, folks.
For a full body rig, because it can go a lot of places that it shouldn't. Saying that, I'm very confident. I'm not trying to be cocky, but very confident that I could take, you know, a Jeep on 35s with lockers and do a lot of the same trails because of line placement. Am I going to take the same line as this 40 in tons? No. I'm going to take a different one. I'm going to navigate it differently. Am I in a two-door? If I'm in a two-door, that's cheating too, because I can maneuver a lot easier and dip and dive around stuff that this thing can't.
It has to. It's forced to take that line.
Exactly. And so I just feel confident that because of being able to navigate and seeing, like, because if you've ever been with me on a trail, I will walk certain sections if I've never been on it. And I'm almost like putting my hands out to my sides.
Like you're in the Jeep.
Like I'm in the Jeep and I'm like, okay, it's going to articulate here. It's going to drop here. All right, my tire's here, tire's there. And I will basically visualize that line before I ever do it.
Okay, so this goes back. We talked about this in the last episode about mapping, pre-gaming, kind of knowing where you're going. So this is a little more deep dive into that. So you're not just knowing the trail, like I'm going to 421 or I'm going to 404 or Trail 16. So you do that, and to know you're going to let me and Scott, whoever the group is that's going, we're going to hit X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But then you take it a step further by I'm going to research, and I know there's some other off-roaders out there that do this, but I don't know that they do it as meticulous as you do.
Like, I'm not talking about like a day. I'm talking about multiple days.
He takes notes. Like, he has a pad or in his phone. Like, he takes notes and he revisits this.
Like,
I've
already watched like 2 or 3 days, like not full days, but when I have time.
In the course of 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
And I'll have more before that.
All right. So now we've got the Jeep's ready. The oils have changed. Tools are in it. Spare parts are taken. We know which trail we're going to do.
Yeah, which, by the way, I do have more Milwaukee stuff in there. We kind of...
Yeah. So I'm a Harbor Freight guy. We'll get back to the tools in a minute. But
side note, I run Milwaukee, but I run Impacts. I have a ride angle grinder because of our welder. So we have a Carnage welder. So we're basically everything in the kitchen sink.
Yeah, literally.
And then I have bought some Bauer stuff here recently, impact, half-inch impact, and stuff like that. I've been very surprised. Now, some of their stuff, like they had a cut wheel, I wasn't very impressed with. It's kind of hit or miss. But then again, I've had some Milwaukee stuff that, that tool's but but then I think every brand has that.
I agree with that.
So, but that's,
we forgot the tool thing.
Yeah. Little tangent, the ADD squirrel.
Yeah, left field.
Yeah.
So the Jeep's prepped. We know where we're going. We know what we're doing. You've done your homework enough to, and he asked us, the trail guys that are going with him, to do the same thing. Like, he expects the same thing out of us. We want you to at least know, even if you've never been on the trail.
Just watch a video. Like, you don't have to watch like 10 like I
hours.
did.
Yeah.
Just watch a video, or I've sent Scott a video like, hey, this is probably the best representation
of what we're going to be in.
Because I don't just look because a lot of times it happened last night actually. I was sitting at work. It's a Sunday night in my bedroom, just chilling, and we have a TV in we have individual bedrooms. Got my YouTube on there,
of course.
Obviously just watching. And I was watching a Windrock video. You have to pay attention to when it was made.
Okay.
So was it made a year ago? Was it made 6 months ago? 5 years ago? That trail's changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I try to go to the most recent. I'll go, a year out maybe, but then I try to go from a year till now.
Okay.
And obviously, if I have a bunch that are like, 2 or 3 months, I'm going to watch those instead. But I will go up to about a year.
Okay.
Because, you go 2 years, it's going to look completely different.
Well,
depending on part of the country.
Yeah, okay, exactly. That's kind of where I was going to go, too. So is there anywhere in the country that you're going to wheel that, let's say, weather detrimentally impacts it?
Here.
That's what I was going to say, too. I agree with that.
Or anything on the East Coast north.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so much water,
Windrock's
erosion.
Wet 24/7, 365.
Yeah, there's never been a time that I've been up there that's not been wet,
or
to some degree.
Yeah, some degree.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been on Trail 15 and it not be wet.
Yeah, Trail 15, and there's another one, maybe Trail 26, the long one. I think every time we've hit that, there's been some sort of water in that.
It's like a natural waterfall.
Yeah, and it's weird because they're up on top of the mountain for the most part. You would think that there wouldn't be water up there, but I guess there's flat spots everywhere. So if you let's out of all the parks that you've been to, do you think Windrock does it best encapsulate off-roading? We'll just say in the southeast. Let's stay there first. Is Windrock the best representation of that? We mentioned Michigan. You've been Kansas, Kentucky, Missouri.
Right, I'm going to be...
Your opinion here.
Yeah, my opinion. To the parks I've been. I've been all the way up to... I've been up to Michigan. It's really wet.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially on the island.
Arkansas's, Florida's, South Carolina.
I would say Arkansas more. I would put that in like
Midwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's like right there, I would still consider that in the middle.
So we're saying basically East Coast wheeling.
Yeah.
Here.
We'll and I'll even narrow it down. We got Morris, Hawk Pride, Stony,
Windrock,
and Windrock.
Gulches.
Gulches. You have what's the other one? Chaco. and you have AOP. I've never been to AOP. I want to go, but it's really I've heard that it's bouncer
Friendly.
heavy. You got to bring your A game, and I just haven't had the time because there's other places that I'd rather go.
Yeah, right.
Does that make sense? Like nothing has. I've never seen something there that's just like, yes, I want to go hit that obstacle.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So out of all those parks, I love Windrock. I used to hate Windrock, by the way.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. Because
Why?
I was like, I can't figure it out. Like my head could not, like Stony, back of my hand. I can give you like turn by turn directions almost,
Yeah, and that was a proven fact when we had there was a mishap that happened with the Jeep Club that was up there a couple months ago, and I remember you were at home maybe cutting grass, and I heard you on the phone give somebody turn by turn directions of how to get out of there or get back to the parking lot.
Yeah, they told me where they were, and they didn't know the trail. They just said they knew the trail. And I said, well, where are you at on the trail? And they gave me a few key factors, and I was able to tell them exactly where they were. So stuff like that. But I'm going to narrow it down. Love Stony because I know it. Love Morris, this, that, and the other. I'm going to break it down to Windrock and Hawk Pride.
Okay. Have you ever been to Indian Mountain?
No.
I haven't either. I know there's some.
I heard it's small, but then again, I've heard it's more razor friendly
and very, very like buggy style. I've never been there, so I don't know.
So between Windrock and
Hawk Pride,
used to not like Windrock just because of how massive it was. It takes hours to get anywhere that you kind of want to do. But then when I really started breaking down the map, and that was my thing, is I had to get in the map and understand the map to be able to navigate the map in a orderly fashion to where, hey, on this day, we're going to do this section. And if we leave this section, then we need to go by road to go to another section because if not, you won't make it via trail.
Heard that from a couple of
it was just taking the time
to break it down.
Yeah.
To
do the homework.
Yeah.
And now it's not bad. Like I don't mind it now.
Now, let's talk about this.
So I'm gonna pick my park.
Okay.
I'm right now. If it's not wet, I'm gonna pick Hawk Pride.
Wow.
Because I like the rocks there.
Okay. All right.
There's some cool little rock trails that I kind of like. It's small enough to where it's easy to navigate. You can get back to the main, office. I know that's going to be,
controversial
a little bit. Now I love Windrock. It's just, you got 4+ hour drive. Yeah, massive drive.
73,000 acres.
Yeah, and I don't have to pay a hotel bill.
Yeah, right.
So I can just go up to Hawk Pride for a day and hit some awesome rock trails and not have to have
a hotel stay and overnight stay.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the only I'm for closeness.
Okay. All right. So I agree with that. Comment down below what your favorite park is. We'd like to know. And if you give us a park, throw a trail out there that you like. Maybe it's one we haven't been on that we might want to visit. I have not done enough at Stony to tell you. I would probably pick Windrock just because I don't know. I've only been on one trail at Hawk Pride, and so I don't know that trail. I don't know that system well enough. But let's talk about
that was another thing with Hawk Pride though. Is I didn't like that place at first because the
mapping.
Well, they used to have the paper map.
That's right,
and that just drove me. They had that other mapping system. That just drives me absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
We won't mention that name.
Be quiet.
Yeah. Drives me nuts. But now that they have Onyx, game changer.
All right, so let's talk about mapping because we had this discussion. We were talking about Onyx. Love Onyx. Nothing negative to say about Onyx. It's fantastic.
I told you so.
I argued this point. And if you think this is true,
so this happened last episode.
Comment below.
And we are setting the record straight.
Yeah. So if you think this is different, do some research, and if you can prove it, then we'll listen.
I think I proved it.
But he made the comment that he likes to use Windrock's specific trail map, and I said, why don't you use Onyx? And he said, well, because I don't think all of the trails are on Onyx. And I said, you're crazy. I literally can pull it up on my phone. In fact, hold on. Let's have a little visual show and tell here. So on my phone, I'm going to go to Onyx. It's on the front page here. And I've actually already got it pulled up because this is a screenshot. Get my phone. All right. So
I'm currently recording this.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but on Onyx, you can see the trails. All right. So if you zoom in, it shows them, calls them out, all the stuff. If you've never done this before, check it out. onX is awesome. But I said screenshot. Here we go. They're all there. And I started researching them. And I was like, man, they got to all be there. Look at this place. He took onX and he took the trail map from Windrock itself and overlaid them. Case in point, they're not all on onX.
They're not there.
Now, I don't know if they have not had someone to go up and actually map them. I don't know if it's just a lack of interest.
Well, they also sell their own map. You have to pay for their map.
Yeah, and I think maybe they give enough for people who are general, and I would call some people out there as general wheelers.
You can get in and out.
Yeah, and you could touch some obstacles, but like Trail 15 was not on there.
Was it not?
It's not on onX. I had to draw it on mine.
You did?
Yeah. And it was on the trail map. So I was like, that's the first one that I went to. So me and my cousin.
It's right there up front.
Yeah,
right up the hill.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Off the main road.
Yeah.
So shout out to Doug Tolbert. He was the first one that actually took me up Trail 15. And
I have a love-hate relationship with that one.
So
I've made it up, but I've also broke on there too.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of people do. Four Corners, a couple of their members went up. I can't remember how long it's been, maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever. And they kind of have the same thing. Like, hey, man, it's a cool trail once you get past here. Or if you can ever get to here.
Skip the V-notch. Because I just don't.
So I like riding the wall. I think it looks really cool on video.
Until you fall.
And you crush something. What I don't like is maybe this is, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the gatekeeper.
Oh, that's the best part.
See, there we go. There's the difference of opinion.
Hammer down.
Yeah. So I like the V-notch, and I like the top. I like watching people come up the top because there's so many lines to go through.
So the bottom?
Yeah.
I made it all the way to the V-notch, and that's where I broke. And I was by myself.
Really? What'd you break? Do you remember?
Yeah. U-joint.
Ooh. Ouch.
On the front.
Oh, were you down to 60 then?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the 3.8 done center a little too hard.
Center a little too hard, bud.
So, yeah, I was up there on a trip, and I was just like, because I was leaving. I was going to go home, and we were coming down the hill. They said they were going to 15 next.
Ooh.
But they were just kind of hanging out at the top. So I started rolling back down home. Well, there it is. Judd's mind done messed up because from the top of Windrock to this, I'll be like, haha, I'm gonna be like middle way through this, and I'm gonna be laughing at them.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah, watch this. So I made it up the gatekeeper.
Oh.
Like one-shotted the whole thing.
Wow.
Let's drove up, just full scent. And I go off to the left. Should have gone right. Like there's another little like offshoot that you can kind of go left and then like zigzag up to the right. And I made it all the way left. Well, then you have to make this hard right turn up and into the V.
Into the V. Yep.
And I was pinned hard passenger and was trying to get up and out. And then I think I went back and all of a sudden it snapped. And I heard it and I was like, no.
Please don't tell me that.
And so I went like a hair a little bit more and it went kink kink. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, she's done.
So I get out and it is.
So just you joined, or did you tear the ears off the axle?
Oh, I tore the whole ears clean off.
Ouch.
So I go unlock the hub, which is the good thing about it. So now it's not turning. And I backed down that entire thing. Gatekeeper and all.
Back to the main road?
Back to the main road, brother.
Oh, my gosh. You said you were by yourself.
Put it in reverse.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse, back all the way down the gatekeeper and everything.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm sitting on the main road, and they come down, and they're like, what's wrong with you? I said, well, I made it halfway.
Day. Yeah. I can tell you what half the trail looks like.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's a terrible story. Honestly,
so another one that's
so that's always my biggest fear off-roading, and it's not flipping, it's not being able to complete the trail, it's always braking. Like I just
see that doesn't bother me. So
I don't want to be that guy.
I know. So it did it first.
Yeah.
It did it first. I will say, the tons does make it like more mentally
safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't worry about that. And if you have a trouble of worrying about that going off-road, obviously have your Jeep in order, right? If you know it's about to break or...
Oh, yeah. If you hear some noises...
If you know your rear axle shafts are spun, like...
Maybe don't hit it so hard.
Yeah.
Or don't do that obstacle.
Or maybe swap them out. You know?
Right.
Or just say, hey, this isn't one that I need to do.
Bypass.
Yeah, exactly. So knowing that, but... also understanding like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
it's inevitable. Everything breaks.
we were talking about this earlier. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to break. I don't want to break." I said, "Well, we'll bring it back and we'll fix it." I said, "Yeah, you do work for me. Work for Waypoint X." But I said, I like the community of the Jeep world, like the old school community of helping each other out. Like, I have helped countless people out on the trail. Not to pat my back, whatever, but just countless people out, and just helped them out and have a nice day.
Yeah, whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, just whatever needs to be done, and I just think that has kind of gone away a little bit.
I do
to an extent. Like, I don't mind helping people. Yeah, if I have to leave my own home and go help, like
that's a different story.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
But if we're out there on the trail and then you break, and then like the next weekend you want to try to help fix it, like that's the Jeep community.
Yeah,
I think we've lost that.
I think you've made comments too. We were talking to a pretty frequent customer, or he was rather, and the customer was like, "Hey man, I got some parts that I need to swap out, blah 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 blah," and Judd said, "Well, just bring it to the shop." And the customer was like, "Yeah, but I kind of want to work on my own." And we completely and 100% encourage you, if you know what you're doing,
absolutely,
or you're trying, like, leave a comment, email us, text us, call us, whatever.
Right.
And this customer was one of those people, and that's big in taking ownership of your own vehicle, and you're trying to fix your own Jeep. And Judd said, "Well, just bring it over here and you can use my tools." That gives you a little window into that. Like, is every customer going to be allowed to do that? No. It's people that have been around us and the shop, people that have been more than gracious in their efforts to help support us that we believe in. And it was just a nice gesture for him to offer that, because for whatever reason, they may not have the place. They don't have a lift. Maybe they don't have the tools. Maybe it's a tool specific, or maybe they don't have the time or the knowledge to dive into it unknowingly. And I was guilty of that. Like, there was a lot of stuff in my rig that, I wouldn't have done the Evo long arm thing by myself at my house. And I know how to weld every day. So having that comfort, that safety net of somebody that will help you and offer the knowledge and even sometimes the space, that's a big deal. And that kind of goes to the whole adage. Waypoint X doesn't really have a slogan, but I think the pat my back, I pat yours, that would be, if I had to coin a phrase for Waypoint X, that's kind of the thing. Like, whether you're out on the trail,
like, it's not all about the money, and I really want to try to
preface that.
Yeah. Because yes, would I say my labor rates are probably on the high side? Absolutely.
At times.
Or at times.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
One, because of the detail that we go into.
Yeah.
One, because I'm going to take care of that customer long term. You're paying for, if that part does break, warranty, you got to understand, ordering these parts, getting them in.
Shipping.
Hey, I don't know if you know, but some of these manufacturers pack their stuff really well. And it takes an hour just to unpack your parts.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to point one out. You might see one up there behind us on the shelf. They do a immaculate job.
Yeah, and
to keep their product safe.
I'll say it. Rusty's.
Yeah.
If it comes damaged, they did that, like
tornado.
Yeah, exactly. now, granted, I understand why he does it, because
Agreed.
he doesn't want it to come back messed up.
Yeah. Well, he's thinking about the consumer. His end goal is to get his best product to his customer who paid their hard-earned money undamaged.
Yeah, because that's where he came from.
And think about it. Realistically, if you're the consumer and I'm buying, let's be quick and easy about it. I'm buying a long arm kit from him. My Jeep's tore apart in the driveway. I've paid the money. I'm waiting. I've talked to Judd, and I've said, "Hey, man, how long does it take to put on?" You can do it in a weekend. Perfect. Next week, I'm off for vacation. I'm planning a trip to Windrock. Everything's perfect. The parts show up. I got one part that's damaged.
Yeah.
And if you don't leave here, if you don't live around here to be able to go back to get it, now I got to ship it back to him. I got to call and customer service. And they have a great customer service program, but it still takes time to get your parts.
Right.
So he does that, again, above and beyond to make sure that your product gets
But that's
there.
what people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, it literally takes an hour. And then we do some things to the parts.
Behind the scenes.
That, for longevity purposes, help you out.
Yeah.
Not only to the parts, but your Jeep. There's so much that goes into that yes, we are on the higher side, but I promise you are getting
quality.
Yeah. And bolt's broken or something's messed up, I'm probably not going to charge you for the bolt. We'll just put another bolt in it.
Well, I probably shouldn't tell this story, and if you need to edit this out, you can. But there has been a couple of times that
big wave.
Yeah.
In case.
There's been a couple of times where we've had a customer come in and they've paid for their product, and during the install, Judd has looked at me and said, "You know, I know they don't know that they need this, but I feel like they do, and we'll dig through a parts box." And we'll put it on the Jeep, and most of the time he never even tells them until they show up, and he'll say, "Hey, I know you didn't buy this, but we did this." And 99.999% of the time, the customer is just incredibly grateful for you taking the time and the thought to put into their Jeep. So there is a very specific topic that we talked about today, and I will say that I am just as guilty as anybody else in the industry of doing things in a fashion that you would think is absolutely normal. And like I said before, we talk and bounce stuff off of each other, and I just asked the question because we were prepping his Jeep, and he said, "Hey, I need to make sure at some point I do this." And I said, "Well, why don't we do it? I mean, it's going to take, no time." And he said, "Well, I do it this way." And I said, "Okay, why do you do all that?" And the explanation, I think, would surprise most people. We're not going to get into it. That may be a different episode.
Yeah.
But I said all that to say this. There's a lot of forethought that goes into every single Jeep beforehand and during that I think that people say, "Oh, man, that's a lot of money to put into it." There was a customer that did a re-gear, and Judd told him, "Hey, look, it's a 50-50 shot. But if you pay the money and you want to do this, then I will guarantee the parts." And in fact, I would tell you, I think that was the very first gear job that we did when I started working here.
I had done a bunch, but
it was mine personally, not his, but it was mine personally, the first gear job that I'd ever done. So I'd seen gear set up, but knowing all the intricate little details of all the stuff
which
that goes
is a lot. We've talked about that.
Yeah, in the gear section, we kind of went over that, and I think we may revisit that and kind of do a show and tell kind of thing for you people that don't completely understand what we're talking about, just to advertise that out there. But it happened. He paid the full price for the install, and it did exactly what you said it was probably going to do, and he brought it back in and changed it at no charge. So when you think something's high, try to consider exactly what everybody says, pay a nickel more and go first class, and sometimes you get what you pay for. So I'm not saying that we're the only shop that does above and beyond. I'm sure there's plenty of shops out there that do great quality work. But I do want to advertise.
Yeah, we're talking about what we're doing. Not,
exactly.
I'm not trying to down other shops. I'm
absolutely
just trying to show you what we do.
No, yeah.
And that's and that goes back to if you're just buying a part from me.
Well,
which yes, it helps us.
Yeah.
But hey, we can take care of whether something's wrong with it or we want to help you through the entire process.
Yeah.
Not if you have a question about the install, call me or email me. We'll get to you. But you paying that payment should not be the end. If you have a question later or whatever.
Yeah, it's not Walmart. You don't walk out with it and then it's your product at the end of the day. There's a lot of other things that I think are, and the reason that we talk about this stuff specifically on the podcast,
not to pat our own back.
It's absolutely not.
It's just to understand us.
It's a twofold thing. One is to understand your Jeep and what you're getting and what we're trying to provide. But the other thing is this. A lot of places you'll see market for their business, for their shop, right? And we're a smaller shop, and word of mouth is, as your grandfather and my grandfather have said, and my dad said, for somebody to say something good about your shop to somebody else is the best advertisement you'll ever get, which is the specific reason that you go into depth like you do. So we don't,
and I get it from my dad.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. So you put that quality out there, and you expect people to say good things, and that's what you're going for. And I think that's why you do things so meticulously, and
that's why it takes longer.
Yeah, exactly. So
because a lot of these builds I could get out in a day, 2 days.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Now with the fire department, that does throw a little wrench in it. But sometimes I take a week on this. I don't charge you any more time. I probably put double the amount of hours.
Yep.
Just because I'm wanting to be meticulous and make sure it's done right.
Yeah, I've watched him grind welds completely out on a rear truss system. But I would tell you, so I was a welding QC guy for 10 years, and And I made the comment to him, man, there's nothing wrong with that weld integrally. Like, it does its job. It would pass a bend test, absolutely. And he said, I don't care. It doesn't look good. It's not leaving here. And it didn't. So that the reason it doesn't is there's a lot of variables there. I mean, his name's on it, for one thing. But then, you never want your business to be out there and it to have some negativity that was tied to your quality of work. Because it goes back to the whole Einstein thing. You could do 9 things right and do 1 thing wrong.
And that's what you're remembered by.
That's exactly right, 100%.
Yeah.
So we'll get out of that. So let's talk about something a little funner.
Hey, you got a speed round? Because I know you have more questions.
Oh, yeah, let's look at that.
Let's just do a speed round real
All
quick.
right, let's do this. Here we go.
I know there's not like a major subject for this podcast, but we had so much to talk about, so many questions. We wanted to kind of go over just a conglomeration of everything. Episode 5. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot for us.
It is. It's especially you're wrenching on the Jeeps and you're getting parts in and trying to plan trips and blah, blah, blah. And then you're also trying to get everything done and then film.
Yeah,
so,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then edit.
All right, so I'm going to skip project plans because it could be a multitude of things. We're going to go.
We can do it real quick.
All right, so
speed round. Just speed
project plans.
Finishing this. We still have the race Jeep. Just to let everybody know,
it's still there.
We've kind of put a pause timeout on it real quick. We still have the motor, transmission, frame has been cut a little bit. A lot of bit. We have the front cross member already mocked, ready to weld. The rear pieces have been cut. We need to weld it up, and then motor mounts welded in. So I mean, we're moving. It's just time out for a second.
Yep.
Customer Jeep.
Yep. So project plans for this.
Cage top. Probably going to take everything out once we get this Jeep that's behind the camera done. Probably going to take it out and do some things in the back to kind of make it look nicer.
Yeah, clean it up.
Yeah.
Okay. My project plans, in the nearest future, wheel it.
Yeah.
I want to see what it does in its current configuration. Next will be...
How good did you do?
Yeah, like literally. So I've wheeled my Jeep in its current configuration 0 times, and before that several times, and it just was not... It was...
Not where you wanted it.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how well I did with a makeshift...
Yeah. It was
not makeshift, but I would say it was
custom. It was a custom design thing for
that was really
parts.
Fast.
Yeah, it was super duper fast.
So if it wheels as fast as I did it,
that's impressive.
We'll see.
Inevitably, it'll be so. My 2-door will be stretched, tonned 40s. That's the next plan.
But you have the tons.
Yeah, have the tons in place. Yeah, and we have a pretty good idea of what you want to do as far as stretch and
yeah, we're gonna do it.
There.
It's a custom stretch.
Yeah.
So
it's
it's
hard on my heart.
There's nothing on the market that's going to be like it.
No.
We also have just a little shout out to Scott. There's some custom stuff there too.
Yeah, right.
That we're wanting to kind of navigate.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So there's a lot coming down the pipe, but it's obviously right now we just want to finish customer Jeep, and then it is full speed ahead.
Okay. So, what's your opinion on a live show? How do you feel about doing a live?
I'm down.
Okay. All right. So that was one that somebody asked. Hey, do you think y'all could do a live where we could like interact with you?
Yeah.
Ask
Comment.
questions?
Yeah.
So,
we can do that.
All right. How do you feel about lights?
I don't mind them.
Okay.
I have a few. Well, I don't have a few on here because I just haven't had time to put them on.
Okay.
I'm okay with like bumper lights and stuff like that. I don't mind the rock lights. I'm not a big whip guy.
Okay.
It's just me.
I am, by the way.
I don't mind them.
Yeah. It's just personal preference. I get you.
But like if I'm going for off-road purposes, and when I build a Jeep, everything has a purpose. There's not like it. I don't usually just put something on there just to put something on there
aesthetically.
Yeah.
Yep.
It everything has a purpose, even down to the tools. Yes, I bring everything in the kitchen sink, but every tool has a purpose. And it's probably because I've used it before.
Yeah, or needed it and didn't have it.
Yeah, exactly. I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff over the years because a lot of it sits in the tray. Yeah.
All right, so here's a very controversial question. This was a question asked specifically to me. I have my answer. White light or amber?
Depends.
Oh, so you're going to go both? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have amber on... Well, I did. It's not currently there because I haven't drilled the holes yet.
Okay.
I had amber. Yeah. on my bumper, and then the whites on the A pillar.
Okay.
But they're more ditch though. So my A pillar are my ditch lights.
Yeah.
Like kind of your 45s, and then my bumpers were yellow.
Okay.
And then you had your normal headlights that were white.
White.
So in a dusty condition,
You could flip.
you could flip.
So I'm a huge, and I do think it's because my eyesight is terrible. I'm amber. I want everything
So
amber.
I like amber.
Yeah,
It's
amber is a big deal. Now, I guess there's a couple of cases I've been in where amber wasn't the best, but like in most cases, we went through a snowstorm in Pigeon Forge, and I loved it. Dusty conditions, obviously amber.
See, but if you are wheeling, let me preface that.
Yep.
Wheeling,
Go for it.
white light.
Really? Okay.
Underneath.
So that you can see the obstacle better?
So your spotter can.
Oh, okay. Learning moment here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So for me, that's also why I place lights certain places.
So you can see certain spots on the rig and what it's doing? Okay.
So
Okay.
I put rock lights.
Yeah.
I always have them, down the side, obviously.
Yeah.
I never really put them in the wheel well
Okay.
because I hit them.
Yeah, you tuck them.
Because if I'm building a rig that's going to off-road, I'm going to put the rock light where it doesn't get taken out by the tire at full stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. 100%.
So, but I'm putting one over the rear axle, one over the front axle. If I have more, then we'll go, under the bumpers. So,
Kind of cast out in
I
front.
like a few in the middle if we can do it, but, maybe 2 or 3 down the side, depending, because I want to see, your headlights are kind of show, and I have one off the front, like underneath the bumper, kind of shining on the front axle.
Mm-hmm.
But that one will also illuminate what the tire is coming up to.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have one what the tire's coming off of,
Mm-hmm.
what the tire's going up to on the rear. And then you have one over the back, like underneath the body, going down on the rear axle, so you can see if it's getting hung up on anything.
Yeah, so on your departure.
So I am thinking, what's that Jeep hitting underneath, and how can I see it best?
Yeah.
Not necessarily what looks the best.
Yeah, so I could definitely see that. That makes a lot of sense. I've heard there's another channel, and I'm not going to say their name, but I heard them make a statement that real drivers don't need spotters. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
So
Let me get this.
all right.
That's cool and all. Then why do all the race car drivers have one?
Exactly my point.
Even NASCAR.
Exactly.
Crazy, because guess what? They have them on the tower.
The drivers can't see everything all the time.
No, you have blind spots. You have things you can't see. You have how many times have you come up to an obstacle, unless you have walked it, there's a rock, and then it basically drops off the backside of it, and there is a massive mud hole.
Or what if there's a log that's sitting there that you have no idea?
Yeah.
When you go vertical in a Jeep, you see sky or hood or both.
I just,
I'm a fan of spotting.
Yeah, people can overspot, but
Oh yeah. So we're going to go into that too. And I'm not going to give away anything, but in our 101 class, that is a very big thing. One sound, one voice. I think you got
One
that
chief.
You got that from the fire department kind of thing. You can have 20 people out there, and they can all be helping in their own way, but quietly.
safety.
Yeah,
They can
quietly.
be safety.
Yeah, you're listening to one person.
Yeah.
And that one person, Scott said this 100 times. He doesn't care what the obstacle looks like in front of him if you're spotting him. So
Yeah, he
trusts
he
you
has
completely.
trusted me a lot of times, probably when he shouldn't. But
Scott, don't listen to that part.
So there was an obstacle real quick, and then
Yeah, you go
we'll
ahead.
finish the speed round. So we were at Hawk Pride, and I went down this obstacle, had no business going down. I should have turned the group around, but I was with my Florida crew. They're all on tons and 40s.
Capable rigs.
Everybody was on 40s, basically.
Yeah.
I go down it, super sketch. Like I'm hitting every bumper, everything. Yeah. I mean, we're going
Smashing
down like 3, or 4 foot plus
Drops.
like nasty drops. Like, and it's not like at a 45, like it's steep.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to walk up it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I was like, Scott, I think you can go off this way.
Whoops.
Scott's gonna laugh. He's gonna send me a text message when he sees this. I already see it coming.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes off, and it he had just bought us new soft top, by the way.
I know where this is going.
So it lays the tree just ever so slightly just lays on it. And I was like, Scott, I'll buy you new, like that new rail. Like I think it cracked it, but I said we'll put some super glue down it.
Epoxy.
Yeah. Or I'll buy you a new one if it breaks it. I said, because it's my fault. But so what we did was, so there's this massive brush pile to the left of this obstacle. I mean, it has got, all the briars.
Oh, all the bad stuff.
All the bad stuff. So we needed to get a Jeep to the other side. So he's coming down at an angle, and we needed to get a Jeep to this side so that way I could either I think I pulled his rear bumper off for the winch. Like we pulled, so we could pull him around.
Oh,
so
like snake him over?
Snake him over?
Yeah.
And I just put it in drive.
Oh, God.
Full send through these bushes, and I'm just like, rah, rah.
Oh, my God.
And I get the winch where I needed it, and we snatch block it off of it and pull him sideways, and he just do. Everybody else turned around and went back.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so, I mean, he trusts me, but he's just like, this is not good, Judd. This is not good.
Are you sure?
I'm flipping.
Tell me you're
and
sure.
He was like, there's no way I'd have done it with anybody else.
Oh,
but
right?
he's like, he's like, even though I was just like, I'm going to flip, he's like, I knew you were going to take care of it.
Yeah. One way or the other.
Yeah.
You're going to get me down or fix it.
All
right, so next one.
Speed round.
Trail snack. Favorite trail snack?
Ooh. If it's like a meal, we'll go.
Well, let's do snack first, then we'll do that.
I mean, peanut butter crackers, go to.
Okay.
Like, just super easy, right?
All right.
I forget who makes it, but it's like the honey mustard pretzels.
Oh, gosh. Absolutely.
Brother.
I like those.
They're good.
100% love those. So I'm a trail mix guy.
Okay.
And beef jerky.
Beef jerky hit or miss for me.
Okay. Drink. What's your drink?
Water, Gatorade, afternoon, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, gotta have that.
DP, baby. Yeah, that's right.
So I'm a lemonade, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Or Gatorade. I like Gatorade a lot too.
But if I'm eating, like if I
Let's do a
want a
meal.
good snack, like
Yeah.
so I don't really eat on the trail.
Yeah.
It's more snack. But if we're having
we're stopped.
and
Yeah.
we're having like lunch or whatever.
Yeah. There you go.
Uncrustable.
Facts. Hard facts. If you have
The
not eaten
best.
Uncrustables, you are missing out, folks.
Yes. There's a big controversy of which flavor, but I'm going OG grape and peanut butter.
100%, my man, my dude.
Like
Yes, 100%.
so, like 2 Uncrustables and a drink, I'm golden.
Solid.
If I don't have that, like, okay, quick. I like didn't get to eat.
Yeah.
So take when I went to do that recovery.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't have time to eat anything.
Yeah, you just
but
had to go.
I needed fuel, right? So I stopped at the gas station. Fast break bar.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, I like that.
Buzzing.
Yeah. He said all gas.
Oh yeah, like a fast break bar and an energy drink, brother. I can get through a lot.
So I will say I used to be a Monster guy. I'm a little bit of a Red Bull fan right now. So I will grab an energy drink early in the morning. My favorite breakfast, and even on the go, I can eat these things anytime, is Chick-fil-A chicken burritos. I love those things. Chick-fil-A, if you're listening and you want to sponsor Waypoint X,
Yeah, come on,
please. Yeah,
exactly.
We love Chick-fil-A. All right. This is going to be a tough one, but this is your opinion. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Best Jeep model to off-road with. And you can only pick one.
Golly.
Now, you can build it any way you want to,
Okay,
right? But you only get this model from here on out.
so I'm torn.
Okay. Let's hear.
So 4-door
Okay. JKU.
early model.
Oh, first gen.
with the 3.8.
Okay, first gen.
with old minivan.
Old trusty rusty.
Yeah, old minivan motor. I'm going with this for if you got a family, kid, whatever.
Okay.
Because back seat.
room.
Room.
100 and wheelbase.
Yes.
by the
So
way.
room because I'm able to bring tools. So this might be the one.
Okay.
Right? As far as if it was just me
Okay, just you.
on the trail.
Yeah. I'm curious to see because I got one in my head. I'm seeing if you're going to go with this model or not.
It's going to be an LJ.
Yes, absolutely.
Or a stretch TJ.
Yeah, I got to go LJ. Man, there's something about an LJ that's just
So my buddy,
sexy.
my buddy, I won't ruin it for him, but he is not a fan of the LJ, and he's a TJ guy.
Why?
He just doesn't like the long look.
Look, I will tell you this.
But the wheelbase is so good.
Look, it is perfect. a stock LJ.
Will do a lot.
Not only will it do a lot.
Don't go buy one, guys, because they're going to be expensive.
Oh God, yeah, they are outrageous.
Like, you might as well just get a Ford.
Oh, absolutely. I will give him this. Stock for stock, a TJ stock for stock looks better than an LJ.
And
stock for stock.
Stock for stock, I think a TJ beats an LJ off-road. Stock.
Agreed with that. I think
Stock,
they're a little more nimble.
Like, I'm talking about like perfect.
Yeah, from the dealership
because of breakover angle. But I could be wrong. I mean, I haven't seen a stock one like wheel.
I think you're right there. I do agree with that. The wheelbase is there, but the breakover angles are worse. The departure and approach angles are the same as the TJ. The TJ's more nimble.
Yeah.
So I get you. The moment you put an LJ on 40s, oh God, it's heavenly. Oh man,
but
so clutch.
If I had to pick one, I think I'm gonna pick with old Trusty.
Oh, are you really?
Like if I, just because of the family and the space, and the fact that I can put people in the back seat.
Do you like the longer wheelbase over this, or do you think the LJ wheelbase, just wheelbase? Do you think the wheelbase 105 or whatever they are to
it's like 112?
Okay,
isn't it?
No, I think the
LJ, if you stretched it.
Oh yeah, this is true. Let's look that up real quick.
If you stretch, well, I'm thinking about stretch. I ain't thinking about stock, brother. We've been talking about stretch.
This is true. Stock LJ wheelbase 103 is their stock.
Yeah, and
I
you
like
see
a
a lot. You
105.
see a lot of the kits that say 10-inch stretch.
Exactly. Yeah.
12-inch stretch.
Yes. So I like a 105, 106.
I'm a good 110.
So you're closer to this.
112. Yeah.
Because I think these are like 113 factory or something like that. Right?
You'd have to look that up.
Okay.
My factory numbers start to get. That's why. Hey, guys, just to let y'all know, you think that we would just have all this memorized? No, I use Google a lot because between the fire department and remembering like roads, and then the people are like, oh, you can't remember my name. I've looked at like
50 million
names every other shift, and so like.
So what did you say this was?
Early model Jake.
But what did you say the wheelbase?
I don't think.
What did you think it was? Because I think you got it.
What was it?
I think 116.
Was it 116?
116 and a 2-door's a 95.
Okay.
Yeah, so mine's a 95.
I'm thinking a stretched. When I said numbers, I'm thinking stretched. What's up, buddy?
Oh, the supervisor has entered the building. Ladies
what's
and
up, buddy? So Sonny and Caitlin just walked in. So awesome. But yeah, what you got? Anything else? Is that it?
Yeah, no. So best engine. That was the last one. The best engine.
The 4.0.
Really, you like the 4.0?
I just think they're bullet. Like, I mean, if you take, it all goes back to if you take care of it.
Agreed. Yeah, I would.
Okay. Time out.
Are we including the LS platform?
No, it's got to be a factory motor.
Okay, so that's a good answer.
So here you go. Here I'm about to throw you for a loop right now.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me think.
You ready? Now, okay, just the motor. Everything else is built. Does that make sense? We're not going stock.
The 2.5 was stupid reliable. The 4.0's reliable. Okay, go ahead. I'm with you. Hit it. What are you thinking?
The Hemi.
Ooh, dang! I didn't even think about it.
Because this is a V8 already in a Jeep. Now
God.
I'm not a fan of the JL platform just because of there's some certain tendencies. But if you talk about just motor,
just engine, and trans, honestly, because they got a decent trans too in that. I think you're right.
I mean, that's the thing.
Yep. All right. That's what I got.
But the 4.0 and the TJ, the 6-cylinder inline 6.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if you took care of it, that thing can last. It's rebuildable.
Easy
rebuildable.
Easy.
So in the TJ platform, definitely the 4.0.
Yeah. JK.
3.8.
I knew it.
I know. I like the 3.8, guys. I'm sorry. I know it doesn't have the power, but I believe that if you do take care of it, engine, oil, filter, air filter.
Yeah, he changes this one religiously. You would think it was a King of Hammers Jeep.
Yeah.
It doesn't go on a ride without an oil change and other stuff done to it.
And so, now granted, mine just might be the one.
The unicorn.
My buddy, if my buddy Doug is listening, we were talking on my way home from work today, and he was like, "Brother, your Jeep was not made on a Monday or a Friday."
That's what I said. I said the same thing. It was not a Friday Jeep, 100%.
Yeah, so it is. It's been good. It's got like 180, almost 190. It's somewhere in that neighborhood, 180 to 190. Yeah. It's done really good, and proud of old girl.
Yeah, she's been through it. Yeah, she's been through it.
I think the 3.8's easier to work on.
Now I will 100% agree with that.
I think parts are easier to interchange, like just the for
To change out.
PSC.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just because of
Oh,
the
yeah.
intake and stuff like that. I just don't think it's as crowded under the engine.
That's true.
Now, granted, I'll give the TJ the best room.
Well, 100%.
As
You
far as
climbing there with it.
Yeah, exactly.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can sit in there and
Yeah.
make your dinner on top.
Yeah.
But this, and then you don't even know what motor is in it in a JL because it's covered up with every plastic
Part known to man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard some good things about their inline four or their 4-cylinder turbo. I've heard some things about their diesel.
So I'm anti-diesel off-road.
Why is that? Why do you
Turbo
know?
lag.
Okay.
So when it spools up, you gotta
yeah,
wait for
I can
the
see
turbo.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Unless you can just hammer down.
Yeah, that's a full send up a hill or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. So the last question
All right,
that I had
last one.
was
Speed round went a little slow. It's late in the day.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Next wheeling adventure, I think you kind of touched on that.
Yeah. So we, as of right now, without any crazy changes, we're still waiting on some parts for the customer's Jeep. Like it's a big build, so we're just
We got a lot in
processing
front
all
of
that.
us. Yeah.
But we're going to Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. We will only be there Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Is the plan, because right after that we're going to Winter Rock.
Yay.
I don't know. So if you're not there Thursday, sorry,
Yeah. Right.
love you, but
Yeah.
the trail's calling my name.
Yeah. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
Since old girl's been out there.
We're gonna go for 2 days up
Awesome.
and do some at Winter Rock, have some fun,
Relax a little bit. Take a little off.
Yeah, I need it
Yeah,
for sure
you need a
because
break.
the shop's been just hammered, and then between work classes stuff like that, just been hammered. Need a break, and then when we get back, it is like
Full tilt.
full bore ahead because we
Yeah.
got to get this Jeep done right before September. So, but I think everything's going to come together right there at the end, which it usually always does.
Oh
but
yeah. And there's several others behind asking when they're going to get in the shop.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we got a full schedule ahead. WaypointX.net. If you're
Yeah.
looking us up on the internet, YouTube, Spotify for the podcast. Is there anything else? Instagram.
Yeah, hit us up on
Facebook.
Instagram. So we have Waypoint X on Facebook and Instagram, as well as Waypoint X Garage. We're trying to keep those separate if we do post like a build or something like
Yeah.
that, or parts or whatever the case may be, just so that the adventure side is kind of
Yeah.
separated
Yeah,
a little bit. Be on the lookout. We've got a ton of stuff, coming.
Yep.
Slow go just because with everything going on, but hey, it's part of
It takes time, man.
Yeah.
It takes
yeah,
time.
if y'all just knew a percent of what goes
Oh,
on behind the
gosh,
scenes, it's
yeah.
insane.
Especially when you're talking about two people. Like you've got two people
Yeah.
that are in front of the camera currently, but there's probably 3 or 4 people behind the camera that do a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff on his own, and so do I. So it takes a lot of time
Yeah,
to
you got
get
Scott, you got Caitlin,
there. Yeah.
Sonny.
Yeah. Sonny needs to put in a little less supervision, put in a little labor.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's been good.
it's
But
fun.
we have a lot coming out, and a lot probably for I'd say the last quarter of
Yeah.
2026 might be really big.
We'll
see.
Super
We'll
excited.
see.
I
We'll
hope
see.
it
So
all
be
comes out.
so be on the lookout for that. And we got some parts that were potentially
Oh yeah,
that
excited about that too.
we have made.
Yeah.
Like in-house, like custom, never seen some of the stuff
Yep.
that will be coming out.
Yep.
Just because we work on vehicles, and I'm like, hey, I think I can make this better.
Redesign it. Hey, if it works, it
Yeah,
works.
It works. It works.
Yeah, right.
So, some big things. So,
Yep.
guys, we appreciate you tuning in. I know we went a little long today. We'll see what it comes out to. at the
Actually, I
end.
think we did pretty good.
Pretty good. You
Yeah,
think so? You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So we really do appreciate you tuning in. So go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave us a like. Leave us a comment. Ask us any question you want to. If not, hit us up via email, Judd at waypointx.net, or Adam at waypointx.net, or Scott.
Scott at waypointx.net.
waypointx.net. There you go. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
But guys, we really do appreciate it. We hope you tune in for the next one. But we hope to see you out on the trail.